morning. Well, this college professor says his own university was breaking the law by basing college admissions on race instead of merit. That's illegal in California, and the Supreme Court just ruled laws like that are okay. That UCLA professor has proof and is putting it in a book, author of Cheating, an insider's report on the use of race in admissions at UCLA. Tim Groseclose joins us now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So what exactly did you find 6 years ago, and why are you bringing this to the front again now?
Let's see. Probably 8 years ago is when it all began, 2006. I was on the Faculty Oversight Committee for Admissions at UCLA. During that year, there was a significant drop in African-American admissions, something like 20%. UCLA implemented a new system, which it called the holistic system. And then after implementing that system, African-Americans' admissions skyrocketed, almost doubled that year. And meanwhile, at the same time, people were touting the holistic system. The reason it would increase African-American admissions because it takes account of their socioeconomic disadvantages. But the strange thing that I noticed, I was getting data because I was on the committee, was that the other socioeconomically disadvantaged groups like Latinos and Vietnamese, which may even be more socioeconomically disadvantaged among the applicants to UCLA, their admission rates dropped. So something weird was going on, and I asked for data from the admission staff. They refused, and in 2008, I resigned in protest from that committee.
So it was actually a denial of those in your findings that you thought was completely wrong. So you actually say here that the controversy surrounds this idea that approximately 20%, as you just mentioned, of the African Americans that UCLA admitted would not have been admitted if it weren't for the racial preferences.
That's right.
How can you prove that?
Yeah, since then I've gotten... Well, one, when I resigned, UCLA decided, oh, we need to deflect attention from this professor resigning. So they did the equivalent of a blue ribbon commission. They hired a sociology professor at UCLA. His name's Robert Mayer. And 4 years later, they released his study. And lo and behold, this Robert Mayer did an honest job. And if you just look at the statistical analysis that is in his study, it shows that. Now, he actually concludes that about 33% of the African Americans admitted would not have been admitted if it weren't for the racial preferences. He also finds that Asian Americans were discriminated against. Sure. That if it weren't for the discrimination, 9% that would have their numbers would have been 9% higher.
Tim, where's the pressure coming from, if indeed this is the case?
You know, a lot of it is interest groups. So just before the holistic system was, there was a big protest. There, 200 to 300 students occupied the hallway outside the chancellor's office. I think it's also coming from the legislature. I hear rumors about that. We're going to decrease the UC budget if you don't increase diversity. And also the regents of the university. I have a quote in my book from the provost of the entire UC system, second in command of the entire UC system, said that, yes, lots of regents are saying that they're going to fire chancellors if they don't increase diversity.
Wow. Well, we do have a quote from the UCLA Chancellor Norm Abrams from a faculty meeting. This is the transcript here. It says this: several constituencies of UCLA are distressed and upset about the very low numbers of African-American freshmen. The political angst and concern is enormous. There is pressure exerted upon me. The numbers of underrepresented minorities on campus are too small. So that was from 2008, highlighting there, illustrating your point there. 2006, you say?
Yeah, that was 2006. Just before we implemented the holistic system, Chancellor Abrams came to my committee, and I don't know if you'd call it pressuring, but it definitely lobbied our committee to change the system to a holistic system. I might say after I resigned, the head lawyer for UCLA denied what I said. I said that UCLA implemented the holistic system to increase the numbers of underrepresented minorities, and everyone at that meeting was agreeing with that, including the chancellor. But then after I said it in public, the head lawyer denied that. And I must say, one thing I found with this is it's something like the little boy who says the king has no clothes. Everyone knows the truth, but no one will say it, and it's just so strange. I feel like almost the only person who will admit these things.
Oh, well, it is definitely a hot button issue there. We thank you for joining us this morning, and we'll stay on this as well. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Elizabeth.